After being a real estate agent for about a decade now, I look back at being a brand new real estate agent and I realize I did 5 things terribly wrong. And I feel like the third one I did wrong is done by almost everybody. So, without further ado, here's 5 things that you shouldn't do as a new real estate agent. Number 1, not building a personal brand. When I first started as a real estate agent, all I did was I did use the best materials that the company that I worked for had to offer, and I put my name on it. But the biggest issue that I had was I only pushed the company that I worked for, and I didn't build anything around who I was or a unique selling proposition over and above what the brokerage offered me. So I really had no marketplace separation. So what you should do is create a personal brand to create a separation from you and your competition so that they know why that they're actually picking you as their agent. Number 2, I wasn't holding enough open houses fast enough. What I realize now is I was pretty good at open houses as a new agent even, and what I learned is I should do an open house or two every single weekend to try to get more clients. But what I neglected to understand was I could have done substantially more volume than what I was doing. The average real estate agent does 4 to 8 open houses every single month. What you should do is something like 6 to 10 every single weekend, because it does a couple things. Number 1, it has you walk more houses. It has you open more doors. Number 2, it has you see more floor plans, know more neighborhoods. Number 3, it has you talk to more agents and more clients, more potential sellers, more potential buyers, and it gets you toe-to-toe with more of the people that you're hoping to work with that are clearly a more warm prospect than just reaching out to anybody and everybody in the marketplace. Number 3 is the one that I said almost everybody has trouble with, and that's staying consistent with the things that I know that are working. Like I said in number 2, I was fairly good at open houses, but what I didn't do is lean into that. Some people are really good at cold calling, and they'll do it for a little bit. They might have a little success, but then they'll see, hey, maybe I'll go do mailers, maybe I'll go do door knocking, maybe I'll go do social media, whatever the case is, and they don't stay consistent in the specific thing that they were having success in, and they see more roller coasters because of it in their business. What I suggest to you is that you find what you're great at and niche down into it and become the very best in the entire industry at that specific skill set, and that's going to help you more than trying to figure out every single aspect of all marketing tactics. Number 4 is not producing consistently quality content and sharing it with the world. When I look back, and this was a decade ago, had I been producing amazing quality content consistently, I would have a vastly different business than I do today. And I see that as a common theme across all agents that I've talked to. New agents, even when they get in, they'll try doing content for a couple days, maybe a week. You'll see them have a spurt of stuff and a spurt of good work, and then it just dries up completely. And I was a victim to that as well. I wouldn't be consistent with my content, and that, I think, held me back from a lot of opportunities in the business. Lastly, number 5 is not having a coach past my first 2 deals. Almost every office will give you the opportunity to have a mentor. That'll allow you to have 1 or 2 deals maybe with them, and they will teach you how to do those deals and, what the process looks like, and maybe the basics of contracts and what that office does as a procedure and basic practices. And that will help you with the initial building of your understanding in the business. What I neglected to do was continue to have a coach throughout the entirety of my business to make sure that I was always growing and always pushing harder. And also it really helps with accountability. Like I said, with some of the other things, like staying consistent on the things that you know that you're good at and leaning into them, and doing more of those open houses and doing more of that consistent quality content. All of those things, maybe not all of them, but some of them certainly could have been fixed by having a consistent coach throughout the building of my business as well. So these are the 5 things that I could have changed in the beginning of my business. And if you do all of these 5 things properly, you will have a much greater chance of success of not failing out of the business like so many people do in the first 2 years. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Please like this video and subscribe to this video. And thank you for joining me on another video. See you next time.